Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning. Here we
How are you?
are.
Here we are. I have music
Mhm.
ready. We're gonna have sprint right now. It's already 8 o'clock.
Okay.
We were chatting offline again and lost track of time,
I
but
want to sprint right now.
I'm Jen Tong and I'm here to get
Here to
down.
get down. I'm
I'm not
not
internationally
international.
known, but I know in the rock microphone. See, I'm not stupid. I mean outrageous. Stay away from me because if you're contagious, because I know it well. I know
I
it
know
well.
you know it.
I know. That's why you every so often you do that to me, and
It's
you know I
extremely.
cannot. I
It's
cannot not
extremely.
rap that song. Is that what you meant the other day when you said you want to hear me rap? Was that this song? Because it's the only thing I rap. That's the only thing. Oh
I'm
golly.
gonna have
Okay.
karaoke night and charge admission to hear you get down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna sprint.
Yes.
Um, I'm not even sure about this. I've never listened to this music. So if it's
Oh,
terrible, I might just come in and I didn't share the audio.
if it's
Seriously.
terrible, it was my idea, right, Jen?
Well, if
It
if
was
the
terrible. It
music
was Jamie's idea.
if the music all of a sudden like stops and something new starts, that's why. So,
Yes.
oh, I don't even have a
Ye-
timer set. Girl, I am
Oh,
so discombobulated today.
yeah. Well, the internet issues kind of
Yeah,
threw us.
my internet was down for I don't know even know why. Everything was fine when I set up the sprint and then the stream, and then all of a sudden my internet went down. Like, oh, okay, because I need that this morning. Okay, I found the timer.
Great.
Great. Let's do
Bonus ASMR this morning.
yes. I know that doesn't sound good. All right, here we go, guys. 25 minutes, and we'll be back to chat on the other end.
Yes.
Ooh, it's quiet. Three, two, one, done. Oops, I lost track of time. Sorry. It's actually kind of scared me when it went off. Oh, good morning, everyone. Maria says, just joined. I can catch the start for once because of the time change normally begins during my lunch break.
Oh.
Say something in the podcast on Friday because I know that not everybody has the time change what we do. So for some people, this coming podcast will be at a different time for them. Like they'll be showing up at 10 or whatever time it is for them. So
You mean the whole world doesn't live exactly how I do, Jen?
no, isn't that crazy?
Always
Everyone should-
surprises me.
I know. Maria also says that she's working on the final proofread of her third historical fiction novel before I submit it to publishers, hopefully at the end of the month. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, La Monique. Why does my phone keep going off? I don't know
I
what's going
don't
on over
know.
there. And she
Good
was asking what time.
morning.
So I guess I could stop that banner right now and we'll be starting up again and then do another 25 minutes. So how much did
Yeah.
you get done, Jamie?
Well,
When
I'm
I wasn't
working on my
bothering you.
newsletter, so it's fine. I'm just like, because my newsletter's kind of plug and play because I got some writing. So anyway, I'm just fiddling around with that. It's the extra, so it's not a big deal issue. So what did you do? How did you get started? I know you had to go fetch your glasses or whatever.
I was like trying so hard not to use it because they're just readers. Like I'm not prescribed anything yet, but some days are harder than others. I don't know why my vision is like whatever, but everything was blurry. So I'm like, I just gotta go get them. So I did. I stopped the camera with it. But when I went to stop the camera, unfortunately, I hit the wrong thing and I stopped the entire music, not just like taken off where you couldn't hear it, like stopped it. So I had to go find it again, and yeah.
Well,
What's wrong with me?
that's why you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah. So today I think okay, so I'm not gonna be here Wednesday. I need to give a heads up to everybody. I had to reschedule a field trip for my girls because my husband hurt himself and had surgery on the day before we are supposed to go. So I had to schedule it for Wednesday at 10 a.m., but it's in Metro Detroit. So I have to get down there on time. So I won't be here on Wednesday. Sorry guys. But yeah, Maria says, "Yeah, last year I missed it because it was an hour earlier, LOL." Put up just yeah, it'll be yeah. Good morning, Melody. She says, "Morning, everyone. I used part of the weekend to write short summaries of the upcoming chapters, so I'm ready to write this word." That's awesome. I've done that before too. Yeah. Like then the way I do it is like, and then this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and this is we're gonna find out this, and then the arc will do this, and that's fun for me to do that. And then I have a bunch of that garbage to write about. So
yeah. So I missed. Are you working on your contemporary today?
Oh, no, I'm actually I think I'm going to do book launch stuff today.
Ooh,
I should write,
exciting.
but I downloaded a bunch of Instagram puzzle pieces. They're called like so it's kind of long and whatever, and not everybody cares about Instagram, but it's helping me. Like the thing I like about it's helping me to figure out a launch plan social media wise for everything because I'm doing other things launch wise, like as far as promotions and stuff. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do so that I can kind of get my mind wrapped around what the next few months look like for me. As far as once I figure that out, then I know which book I'm gonna move on to because I may not go right back to the contemporary and try to finish it. I may move on to Sarah and do my first edit on her. I don't know. I'm trying to decide that right now. So I feel like I need to get the logistics of the next couple months done first. So
I hear you.
Yeah. Maria just finished proofing 5 pages. Wow. Good for you.
Proofreading.
Now she's gonna do a blog post. I need to do that kind of see, that's what I'm talking about, that kind of stuff too. So doing this launch plan stuff helps me figure out, all right, what do I have to put on my blog? I know I need to do a blog post about the name Phoebe in the Bible because as I was writing my note from Jen in the back of my book, I realized this is too much to unfold here. I'm just gonna say, go look at my blog.
Yeah, and then you can spread that manure around. You can put it everywhere.
We love to spread the manure.
We love spreading manure. We're full of manure.
Yes.
We have plenty of it to spout and to spread.
All right. Let's spread some writing. It's time to do another sprint. So, oops. And I closed it out.
Sprinkle the world with more letters.
Yes. I'm going to turn this up so you guys can hear it. Is this music okay? You guys liking it?
Yeah.
I don't hear the binary beats as much as other ones, but I like it. We'll try it.
Go.
Binaural beats. I always say binary. It's not right. Done.
Wow.
Again, super busy. I totally got lost. I looked at the clock. I'm like, oh, I have 5 more minutes. I start working on something and 3, 2, 1. Like, ah.
Yeah, it's like good to be back in the groove. Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Piper.
Hi, Piper. How's it going?
What?
Piper says pandemic
Oh,
effects. Gremlins, meaning her grandkids, right? Gremlins told they are to have a play date. Little Gremlin asked Big, "What is a play date? Is that at them house or is that on the phone?"
oh,
Aw.
so sweet.
Mhm.
Oh,
Let's see. Maria says, got about half my blog post done. Now gonna grab some lunch. See you soon. Bye, Maria. Thanks
Yeah.
for
And
joining us.
you know what, Jen, I'm going to bail on you too, man. I can't even keep my eyes open. It was really rough for me to show up this morning, and I'm going to have to need a nap if I'm going to be productive at 10. So I'm going to say goodbye here because my real office hours start at 10. So this is my bonus time.
Yeah, I can't believe you even showed up this morning. That's crazy.
I know, but it's like I missed you because I don't know.
Aw.
It's like, was I not? Oh, Friday was the podcast.
Mhm.
Phew, just seems like there's not enough hours in the day to see everybody.
You had a fun
And now I'm
weekend
gonna go
though,
sleep
right?
some away. Yes, I did. It was my anniversary.
Mhm. And you guys went away,
Yeah,
right?
I went to Daytona Beach. I got to see the sunrise there. Amazing. Just amazing. Jennifer looked like a big giant egg yolk. It's just
Aw,
being plucked right up out of the ocean. I just can't even tell you how beautiful it was.
that's awesome. That's really
Yeah.
awesome. Well, go take your nap. I hope you enjoy it.
All right. You
I'm
all have an awesome, productive last couple of sprints here.
We will. I have another, 2 sprints left, so we have another
Mhm.
hour together for those of you that wanna keep with me while Jamie
1,
goes off to
2
take a nap.
sprinters here before you. Although it's gonna be just 1 sprinter doing 2 sprints.
Nah, I got a bunch of friends over here sprinting with me in the
Yeah,
chat.
I know,
So it's good.
right?
Yeah. It makes me more accountable and me more productive because it would have been very easy to stay in bed today. So,
Absolutely.
let's see. Um, Piper says, "You are back home now, away from the beach." I recognize the
Yes.
booth.
Yes, my padded cell.
That's awesome.
Uh, uh,
I listened to our podcast. Do I have time? What time is it right now? 2 minutes before you leave, Jamie. I listened to the podcast as a podcast this week just because I don't do that often enough just to make sure everything is good, right? And I'm in my car driving, I'm listening to it, and I came up with two things I realized. First of all, we're awesome. We're hilarious. Like I am laughing at us. Like maybe nobody else thinks we're funny, but like even the second time around, I was laughing at us. That's the first thing. The second thing is I realized I need a new microphone. My audio is
oh,
terrible, and I know it's been terrible, but I don't listen to myself enough to realize how terrible it is. So I got to do something. I don't know if it means getting a mic like you have, separate from the headphones, or a brand new headphone. I don't know, but I got to do
it depends.
something.
I mean, if you're gonna do audiobooks, you might wanna look into what you're gonna want to invest. I mean, that's why I have this microphone is because I do, audio, and so it might be worth it if you're gonna be doing that.
All right, so there's some more cash to
I
put
know, maybe
out,
not
but
this year, maybe not this year. I mean, you
right.
sound fine. Like, I've never thought, "Oh, if Jennifer would just get a new microphone." Like, you sound completely acceptable. So maybe it could just be goals, right? Like, with
Maybe.
whatever book sales, I'm gonna buy a new microphone or whatever, you
My
know?
volume is just so much lower than everyone else's, that it just makes
Oh,
the listening of it, it just makes it not as enjoyable as a listener, because then you're like,
got it.
like you're listening and then you're like to listen to the
Yes.
quieter person, so
Oh,
on your
yeah.
way out the door, Piper says, "We chatters think you are funny." Aw, thanks,
Aw.
Piper. Appreciate that.
That's
Alright,
cute.
everyone, 2 more sprints. Bye, Jamie. Thanks for
Bye,
joining us.
guys. Have a
Alright,
great morning.
alright. Here we go, guys. I didn't even start the timer yet, but here's the music. Oh, pretty waterfalls.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, done.
Wow, that went really fast. I know I keep saying that, but it's probably just 'cause I'm super busy and getting a lot accomplished, right? All right, what did you guys get accomplished? I am working on my launch strategy. I am actually not writing this morning, though I thought I was gonna. Last night, as I was going to bed, I was thinking about a couple different stories that I'm working on, and I was like super hyped to get writing. But then I get in here and I realize, like, so Jamie asked me last week, um, because she edits for me, when I was getting book 4 to her. And she said that, anyways, as we're talking about it, I realized, like, okay, so I have all these other books I was gonna do, and book 4 is gonna come out later, but is that smart? Should I just go straight into book 4? Anyway, I have to figure out my plan, like, launch-wise, business-wise for the next few months to decide what book I'm really gonna focus on next. So I really couldn't focus on my writing today until I get some of these things in order. Plus, there's some other things that, like, I'm waiting for some emails back on, a few things from, um, from Drafted Digital, and I'm waiting for an email back from a couple other, like, what was the other one? Just a few things that I use, things that I need, questions I need to have answered. So I'm not technically writing today, and I will not be here Wednesday. I said it earlier, but in case you missed it, my husband, who was injured a little over a week ago, had surgery last Thursday. So we were supposed to have a field trip, a homeschooling field trip on Friday with my girls that I had to reschedule, and it's rescheduled to Wednesday at 10 a.m. in Metro Detroit. So I'm a little ways from Metro Detroit. So rather than even try to like squeeze in some sprints, I'm just going to take the morning off. So I'm really, really sorry about that. But Teresa says, made it. Good morning, Teresa. Melody, 322 words. Awesome. Not a whole lot of words, but I'm still happy because I feel like the story ideas are flowing better. That's really what matters. You could have written 1,000 words of junk, but if you got 322 that's flowing good and it's what you want, that's so much better. This is Piper. I took so much time to nail down how to describe a character. I played with his picture in Photoshop, but still needed to figure out the words to describe his look. Just got it. That's awesome. That's always good when you feel like that. So yeah, I think that's the struggle of the show not tell, right? It's one of those things that a good writer will struggle with because you want to get it just right. Struggle, maybe not the right word, but I don't know what other word to use. You will manipulate it, you'll massage it, because it is just your characters, how you write them and how you show them is so important to the novel. I was watching quite a few years back, on Periscope. That tells you how long ago it was. Periscope was new. Everyone was using it. It was kind of hot. And somebody at Hallmark Channel was periscoping an interview with Jeanette Oak, the Jeanette Oak, and my hero. And she's like in her 80s. And they were at some sort of little mini conference with people that were huge fans of the show, When Calls the Heart, because that's based off of her novel series. And so they're interviewing the actors, whatever. And I'm just sitting there waiting for Jeanette, right? And they bring her, and then finally they give her the mic, and she's this little old lady. I'm just like, I'm listening to everything she says. And somebody asked her about being a writer. And I don't remember what the question was, but the answer she said was characters matter. And then she just stopped and paused. And she's like, that's it. She's like, characters matter. So good for you for doing that, Piper, because that sticks with me. Characters matter. I got to write good characters. So, no, it was definitely a struggle this morning. She says, okay, great. Teresa says, showed up late, but I got some edits made and I'm adding a few lines to help make the continuity of the story flow better. Awesome. Melody agrees. She says, that's great, Piper, that the character description is becoming clearer. And yes, flow is so hard to get into sometimes. Yes. I've been writing long enough that I know myself that there are certain things that will stop me. And one of those things is the plan, the background plan. Not just of course, you guys have seen I can't grab it out right now, but you've seen my isolation booth and how I plan my writing. But I also have to kind of know where all the rest of the stuff is going as far as the promotions and the launch strategy. I have to know that kind of stuff too, because if I'm trying to write and then back of my mind I haven't figured that out yet, I get distracted. That's me personally. So you got to figure out what slows you down, right? And so that's what I'm doing today is I'm getting that stuff all straightened around. Hopefully I'll get it done today. It's a big job.
Three,
All right, here we go.
2,
Our last sprint.
1, go.
There we go. It wouldn't start. literally done. Good job, everyone. Good job, everyone. I didn't get anywhere near done what I thought I was going to get done today. Am I the only one that does that? I think I am the queen of over exaggerating what I think I can accomplish in a set amount of time. Always. And I don't know if that's just my personality or if I'm just not good at time. I don't know. But kind of feel like shoot for the stars and or shoot for the moon and you'll end up somewhere in the stars. Isn't that what Jamie's always saying? Something like that. Um, so I made some progress on my schedule, but only for like the next few weeks. Like, and I have homeschooling to do today. And I have a whole list of other things I have to do later on life wise, but I might kind of put those things on the back burner to get this done so that I can be back to writing tomorrow morning. Speaking of tomorrow morning, for those of you that are new to this, every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., Jamie returns with me and we do newsletter chat. Though we may have a different guest tomorrow because last week, remember my husband, and so I didn't do any of that stuff last week, so I'm not sure what's going on tomorrow. I will be here for sure doing newsletter chat. I'm not sure who's going to be with me. It may be Christina Catane. It may be Jeannie Hirschberger. Maybe both. I don't know. We'll find out in the morning. Just show up and find out. Piper says, I did get 239 words in. That's awesome. And I'm now into the groove and can continue. Jen, I always overestimate my abilities. Oh, good. So it's not just me. It's not just me. Awesome. It's usually time-wise. Like I usually think like, oh, I can do this, this, and this. And I get like maybe one of them done, but at least I'm sitting down and getting that one thing done, right? Teresa says, it's that eyes are bigger than the stomach syndrome, except with work. LOL, I do that too. Good. I'm so glad I'm not the only one. I think my husband thinks I'm the only one because we'll go out and do something. And I'm like, listen, we're on this side of town. While we're here, I'm going to do this, this, and this while we're over here. It drives him crazy. He's like, can't we just go do one thing? But I can't. I cannot just do one thing because I know we're going to drive all the way home. And some other day, I'm going to have to drive all the way back over there and do all these things again. So that's just who I am. Melody says I do that too. I always think I'll get more done in the day that I actually do. Teresa, I've almost finished the sync, which is great. That's awesome. But I think it's okay. I don't really see a huge problem with not getting done what you think you can get done unless you're dropping the ball for someone else, right? If someone else is waiting on you and you're like, oh, I'll get it done for you, and you don't come through. I don't say always, but I always try to prioritize if it's somebody else that's waiting on me for something. It's the more like my personal things. So I think I can stuff it all in there. So I just have too many things pulling at me. And I'm sure you guys all get this because we're moms. Maybe not all of us are moms. There's probably some dads that are watching this or some people that are in school. I mean, you have lots of different areas of your life and you have to balance it all. And that's tough when you have also trying to start your writing career because like you're doing all things. I'm not just writing, I'm marketing and I'm designing and I'm just doing it all. So Piper says, before I went on meds for ADHD, my girls were late to school 42 times one year because I would think, oh, I've got a few minutes, I'll do, and I would get stuck in it. LOL. You should talk with Rhonda. Rhonda has recently been diagnosed and it's been a life changer for her, I think. So she said, once I went on meds, which was over the summer, my daughter was only late twice the next year and once was for a doctor's appointment. That's awesome. Yeah. My kids missed a lot. Not because we were late, but because all right, so I used to be a teacher and I would bring things home like illnesses back to my babies all the time because people would send their kids to school sick. Because I mean, I get it if you're working and whatnot, but I taught high school. A lot of these kids could have stayed home, but parents forced them to go even if they were sick, and then I would catch it. And so there's just something in me that if my kid is sick, they're going to stay home. Like they can do homework from home and they can, and so now I homeschool, so it doesn't really matter. But if my kids are sick, they're sick. I'm not going to spread it around to other people. So I used to get the phone calls towards the end of the year because, it wasn't like it was the first month we were missing a bunch of days, but it would add up and then they would start calling. And I had excuses for each one. I called in for each one. And it was just kind of like, I had to sit through listening to them say, okay, thank you. Like, I know they've missed 8 days or 9 days, whatever, but I didn't spread any sickness around. So, let's see. Piper says meds aren't the only answer, though. I had to learn how to use a calendar and to-do list. Me too, 100%. So I'm not talking about everything in my life because I'm a to-do lister. Like you should see my desk right now. There's just piles of notebooks with to-do lists because they're all like different areas of my life that I have to do to-do lists. And I have like things like drawn out, like this is part of my plan that I'm working on, and this is for the month after it. And like, so I'm totally like a planner. It just means when I sit down to work, I have all these like to-do lists, and I think I get more from the to-do list done than what I do. So, but I showed up and I got things on my list done. So I need to stop beating myself up. That's my biggest problem is I think that like if I don't reach these ridiculous goals that I set, then I kind of start to beat myself up, and that's just crazy. So anywho, I'm glad you all showed up. Oh, it's after 10. It's time for me to go homeschool. Hope you guys all have a great day. Again, tomorrow newsletter chat at 9 a.m. And there'll be no sprinting with me Wednesday morning. I mean, I'm gonna miss it. I know I'm gonna wake up and be like, oh, I should just jump on for an hour, but then I will regret it because again, I gotta get to Metro Detroit by 10 a.m. Piper says yes, and you helped us by being here. Oh, I really love you guys. Like this helps me more than anything, honestly. So I'm glad it helps you all. You all help me to stay on task, and I just appreciate it. So everyone have a great day, a great afternoon, as Piper says, a great evening if you are Maria and you're still with us. And we will see you tomorrow morning for newsletter chat, 9 a.m. All right, bye everyone.